I did not even know where you were going with that. I was like, you're cooking. Hi, welcome back to the Briones Pickleball Podcast. This is your host, Jordan Briones. We are in a very different location today. I'm still in Colorado. It is actually in the middle of July. We're heading back to Arizona in a couple weeks. But Caden Nemeth is here.
Hi, everybody. It's very nice to be back.
Yeah, so Caden's here. We are here in Colorado. I know that on our last podcast together, Caden, we that was a while ago.
Yeah,
That was
feels like centuries ago.
yeah, probably a couple months ago. For those of you listening, I appreciate it. We, put several podcasts in the bank for you all to watch and listen to, and Season 2, we'll call it Season 2, coming up on the Briones Pickleball Podcast. We'll be starting sometime in August. I know Caden has a very busy schedule, tournament schedule, and teaching and things like that. We'll get into that later, but we are excited to be here. Caden's here in Colorado doing a few camps and clinics, and we are trying to catch up on a lot of filming stuff.
We've pretty much spent this whole week trying to catch up on, filming all of your favorite stuff as far as breakdowns, as far as paddle reviews, all that good stuff. And you know what? We're bringing you guys a podcast while we're doing it. So
Dedication to the max here. Caden, the viewers haven't heard from you, or we haven't talked about anything, dude. What have you been up to? And what exciting things do we have coming up?
yeah, I've been crazy on the pickleball tournaments grind. I think I'm planning to play 25 tournaments this year. And as far as what my schedule looks like the next upcoming months, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty scary. But, honestly, I am a guy who likes to be on his feet and likes to be active. I would much rather be on the go than just laying down and doing nothing. But, obviously, main reason why I was out here was the PPA Denver Open was last weekend.
Yes, CPA snap.
Oh yeah. Actually,
What
the
was
O
that,
Snap
by the
brand
way?
was like
Yeah.
it was like bagged pickles. And
It is bagged pickles.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it looked really unappetizing, but I'm not even going front. They were smack. They were super good.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Like kind of like the dill pickle in juice or something?
Yeah. It was a bag of literally just like sliced up pickles, and like they had dill
sliced.
pickles. They had like
Interesting. Different
they had
flavors. And
spicy, sweet, and salty. Like
okay. Oh, snap.
oh snap!
Oh, snap.
Literally.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So Denver PPA, you played that. How did that go?
Well, so I played mixed on Friday. I played with a girl named Avery Beck. She is out of Utah.
Tennis player or no?
Not really, no.
Really? Okay.
But she's very athletic, very sweet, and actually I very much enjoy playing with her. So it definitely won't be the last time you guys see us on a court. But we ended up going 1-2, which was not great. We lost our first match and went to a points draw, and won our second and then lost our third. Maybe we won one more. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Men's doubles. I played with Michael Lloyd.
Shout out to Michael from
Michael
Arizona.
AZ crew. We actually played other players from our Arizona crew first round. We played Ryan Finley and Craig Johnson and gave them the beatdown. So we got some brownie points and some bragging points for that.
Wow.
And then we played Matt Wright and Dylan Frazier. Now, before you say, oh, man, that sucks. Actually, we were kind of amped for it. But we were up 9-7 in the first game and 8-6 in the second. And we just didn't have the cojones to close. So we ended up choking it away. And before you say, oh, well, how'd you do in the back draw? PPA canceled the back draw before this tournament. And so
Speaking of cancel culture there.
yeah, I mean, seriously, just said, oh, yeah, the back draw, poof,
Yeah.
gone.
So in PPA, I mean, if you all have been following it or not have been following it over the past several years here, there was a back draw. You could always work your way back, at least get a bronze. That's what the first thing that they changed there. But now, I guess after you win, if you win your first round match, which Caden and Michael did, you're pretty much done if you lose.
Correct, Mundo. So we had a 1-in-1 day. And everyone I explained that to was confused, and I had to just explain the heartbreak over and over and over again. And the guys who lost their first matches, there were guys who had longer days playing the game after losing their first match than we did after winning our first. So
if you win your first round match in the professional tour right now in the PPA, you keep going, but if you lose the next one, then you're out for good. And then if you lose your first round, though,
you go into a points draw.
You can go to a points draw, not for medals.
Right.
But you can.
Just for some points, extra points.
But you can keep playing on until you're the king of the points draw.
Correct.
Which really means really nothing.
It means you're the king of the
points draw.
Literally just dog water.
So that's why Caden's here. So Denver PPA. Now I know there's the last couple months, Caden. There's a lot. We don't have to talk about every tournament. But yeah, Caden is playing in a lot of PPA and APP tournaments. Yeah. So we'll be following him on his pickleball journey, pro pickleball journey. I know last year he's going. You played a good amount, but you're planning to probably up your tournaments and training schedule.
Oh, 100%. I probably played like 12 tournaments last year, and I'm gonna be honest. It honestly felt like I barely played pickleball last year. This year, especially looking at my schedule for the next 2 months, I think I'm gonna be all right. But a lot of weekends in different states.
Caden here, he's chasing the pro journey. It's definitely, and you know what? Maybe we'll do a full pod on that sometime.
Yeah.
There's a lot of struggles and challenges for sure.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun, but it's a grind. It's a grind out there. The competition is getting tougher and tougher. The margins are getting slimmer and slimmer. And but it's all good, all learning process. What else you've been up to besides that? Pretty much
teaching a lot. I actually have an upcoming teaching event this weekend. When we come back to Arizona, I'll definitely have to tell you guys more about it, but for right now it's very, very hush hush.
Wait, what's hush hush here?
This upcoming teaching event.
Yeah, we got some special announcements coming up in the pod where we get back to
the sun,
back to the Arizona sun again. I'm gonna be here for a couple more weeks. We're excited for season 2. We have a lot to get through. We have a lot to talk about, and in this podcast, this is just kind of an update podcast. You haven't heard from me and Caden for a while now. A
little hello, hey, we're still alive, and then see you guys again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, see you in 2 to 4 weeks or so. But we're excited to be here. We can't complain. You can probably see outside. We are in Colorado. It's in the low 80s, so it's very nice compared to other places.
You cannot complain.
Just real quick, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors here, Selkirk Sport, or just Selkirk in general. We appreciate the support and the time you put in to help grow this sport.
We are pickleball.
Yeah, we are pickleball.
I am pickleball.
Instructors.
Oh, yeah.
We are pickleball. Yeah, so Selkirk, thank you very much. In the description, there should be some code down there. Anyways, if you want 10% off a paddle, any paddle of your choice, really, Yola, Selkirk, there's a whole bunch of different brands out there. Go check out our links in the description. It helps support our podcast. It helps support what we do. Arizona pickleball season, the
Arizona Pickleball League.
Arizona Pickleball League.
Yep.
Okay.
Season 2 coming in the fall.
And if you guys and gals don't know what that is, go check it out. Caden himself. He's playing in some leagues here. And, one of the things here, what do we have here? Oh, little, we didn't even, we've been away so long, Caden. We didn't even get to talk about your team. The Scottsdale Scorchers did win the championship.
Orchard Cup, baby.
Him and Pesatayoni and who are the others?
Krista Gacheva and Monica Piekarski.
There you go. So there is a professional pickleball league in Arizona with some of the best players in the state, and it's really cool. Shout out to Patrick and Ashley on Jigsaw Health, and they started this Arizona Pickleball League. So we'll see. It'll be really cool to see season 2 coming up, and also if other states kind of start to kind of develop their pros.
So believe it or not, I know Oregon and some
Oregon.
Yeah, I don't know. They just created kind of like their own, and they named it Wednesday Night Pickleball, which is honestly
really
super lame. But I mean,
wow. Okay.
I'm not complaining about it. I think it's whatever. Canada, I don't know where in Canada, but they just came up with like a Canadian Pickleball League, and
really, okay.
I'm not even gonna lie. Half the draft, I didn't know who they were. Like literally, the first overall pick was Angie Walker, who's an Arizona person. And after that, I was like, who?
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, you know what? Everyone's trying to do their own thing. Everyone's trying to grow the sport of pickleball, so I'm all for it. I think Arizona Pickleball League is really cool because this year they're actually opening up the draft to everyone.
Yeah, so for people from different states.
Correct.
So check it out.
Yeah, if you guys just look up Arizona Pickleball League or Tuesday Night Pickleball, you guys will find the same website.
There it is. So season 2 is coming up. Obviously, we will continue to follow Caden on his Arizona pro pickleball journey, and
who knows, maybe MLP one day. Got to keep grinding. Grinding.
That's one of Caden's goals. Would you say?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, that's definitely goal number 1 right now. Play enough tournaments to the point where I'm proven, because I mean,
all right, dude.
We have good tournaments. I have good tournaments, but at the end of the day, it's all about views and who sees you, and I think the more tournaments I play, the more I'll be able to get some views and some eyes on me, and
yeah, man.
Now that I'm doing it consistently, I think it's definitely a realistic goal. I just got to keep grinding and got to keep working. Obviously this last draft, you kind of see it.
Well, we saw so for those of you, right? What we're talking about right now is the MLP, the Major League Pickleball, and obviously they have 2 different. They have a Premier and a Challenger.
Correct.
And really, it's all about the Premier right now. Those are what the people are following. Those of you avid pickleball players out there, I'm sure you've seen the draft. Maybe we'll go through some of the teams, some of the sleepers that we think are going to do really well. But right now, it seems like a more exciting kind of situation than the PPAs. The PPAs, as we know, we're kind of seeing the Johns kind of dominate there. For
Johns
now.
in the water
and the water and Miss Water there, and that's it is what it is. But with MLP, with the drafts and things like that, it's really I don't know, it makes it a lot more fun.
Definitely a different type of atmosphere. You're not going to see the same thing happen every single event.
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Yeah. All right. So, Kenny, anything else, man?
Yeah. I actually went home for the first time since Christmas.
Nice.
That was really nice. I got to see my my Paw, who's my mom's mom.
Oh, in the Bay Area, yeah?
In the Bay Area. I got to see my mom, my dog. Oh, my God, my dog. Man.
I didn't know you had one.
What? Man, I got the cutest dog on the planet.
Who has it, though? Your mom?
My mom's boyfriend, yeah.
Oh, okay.
His name's Nacho.
Nacho.
He's a little lab pit.
Nacho Macho.
That's right. Our Wi-Fi name is Nacho Wi-Fi.
Ooh, I like that.
Right? That's good, right? But yeah, it was really good. It was a really nice trip. honestly a really good just refresher for me. Nice to see people back in the Bay. Um, it's funny, you go home for a week and you're like, oh, nice, I got a week, and then the week's over and you're like, holy crap, that was 2 days, wasn't it? But
No,
yeah, just
yeah.
always going back home. It's always nice. The city of San Francisco does look a little different. Um,
Mm,
there's a lot of different things going on right now
yeah.
in terms of just everything. So it's always just nice to see my city and get back there. And
Cool, man.
now just back to the pickleball grind.
That's awesome. Yeah. So thanks for asking. No, I've been in Colorado.
Actually, wait, Jordan, what have you been doing, man?
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you,
yeah.
Kaden. We've been here almost 2 months now. It was an 8-week trip. We have 2 more weeks. I've been doing running the 2-day intensives. It's been super awesome.
Yeah.
Just seeing people, really dedicated people who want to get really high level coaching, coming from all over the country, really, from the East Coast, from the West Coast, and
West Coast, best coast.
yeah, from Middle America. It's just a really awesome experience. If you want to check that out, or if you want to get some really high level coaching, in-depth coaching, check out our website at brionespickleball.com, and we'll leave a link below. But that's just been really rewarding, working with I hate to call them clients, but they are. But just working with pickleball players that are super dedicated to the game, it's good to have a good coach,
Yeah,
which are good coaches are hard to come by. And
for sure.
Kaden and I have talked about this several times. So if you're looking out for a coach out there, definitely do your research. Everyone out there has some information. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes they only know what they know. So I don't know. Just do some research there.
Yeah, I'd like to say that, I mean, there's just nothing like the intensives that we do right now.
Yeah.
So, if you guys feel like you're going to these camps that teach you so much in so little time, it's probably not worth your buck. And like one thing that you had mentioned to me today, Jordan, is like a lot of these camps, you pay all this money to really like walk away with one or two things. Like these intensives, you are able to have 9 or 10 things, and possibly even more, with just how much homework we do and like
Yeah.
and how many hours we have on the court, and it's a 4-to-1 ratio, so you're getting so much attention. I think the intensives are pretty badass, honestly.
All right. Well, we're gonna have some exciting news for you in the upcoming months. So, but if you're interested in that, go check out the description. That's what I've been doing. I've been in Colorado. I've been enjoying the weather here.
Did you hear that in Arizona they had 19 days straight of 110 plus degree weather?
Yeah, so that's a new record. I'm actually glad I wasn't there to actually
I wasn't there either.
experience the weather.
I wasn't there either. I played a
Okay.
tournament in Newport. I went home. I went home after home I went here. So I haven't been home either. I haven't seen my bed in like
Hey,
a month.
yeah, that's Arizona. Again, for those of you who follow us closely, my wife and I, Katrina, have 3 little kids. So, the kids have been enjoying themselves. They've been doing kid things, going to the playground. My oldest, Josiah, I just want to shout him out right now.
Ooh.
He did his first pickleball camp, kids pickleball camp.
Oh, no way.
Shout out to Springs Pickleball here in Colorado Springs. It's the facility that I'm actually teaching at right now. He did a little kids camp there, and they had a little mini tournament,
Oh, cool.
and to see how many points, and he walked out with first place.
Dang. Proud dad
So,
moment right there.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too, and you would think that I actually coach my kids a lot when it comes to on the pickleball court, but really I'm just trying to, I don't want to push them too hard into it. They all have been exposed. They all know the game, and I'm just trying to indulge them in other sports too. So, baseball or basketball, which he did last year, and trying to get him into different things. He actually did a Ninja Warrior camp.
Oh, shoot. That's cool.
Yeah, in the beginning of this month here. So he's just getting into different things. But it was just cool to see him excited about pickleball.
Man, I wish they had Ninja Warrior camps when I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't even think Ninja Warrior was around.
I don't think it was, but I wish they had it because that would have been something I would have
Yeah.
loved.
If those of you listening don't know what Ninja Warrior is, then just Google it. Yep. So that's what I've been up to. Again, I'm excited to probably both of us are excited to get home.
Yeah.
Besides the heat, it is hot in Arizona, but we're excited to be home and continue just bringing you all the best content on the internet that we can when it comes to instruction. Paddle reviews will be probably you'll be seeing more and more and more of those. That's really exciting. And also strategy breakdowns.
Yep.
And what else am I missing here? And podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
But
Very excited for it.
For those of you who are following the MLP, we brought up some teams here.
We did.
We're just going on the Premier. We're talking about the Premier League. Again, this is going to be, the second half. This is the second half of the season here. They did a redraft.
Yeah, season 2 pretty much. Yeah.
And shout out to the who won it all. Was it not Mad Drops, right?
Well, so there was a final and there was a super final for both the Challenger and the Premier.
Oh, is that what they did?
Mm-hmm. In the Premier, the Mad Drops were the super final champions, but the Pioneers were the final champions.
Okay, so let me just make it a little bit more confusing for everybody.
Just a little bit, yeah.
But anyways, the Premier MLP Premier level is home to the top 48 most in-demand team players in all pro pickleball. So they have the duper scores there. I'm sure every team tried their best to pick the best of the best.
Yeah.
Just going through the names here, you know what? There's
should we just go through every team really quickly? I can do this pretty fast.
Go ahead, Caden. Why don't we start off with the Atlanta Bouncers here?
I have the Atlanta Bouncers with a team duper of 24.9, led by none other than Paris Todd. Paris Todd and Simone Jardim are their 2 women, and then their 2 men are Hunter Johnson and Pablo Tellez.
All right, so going straight to the Arizona Drive.
Arizona Drive, you have a team duper of 24.73. The 2 men are Deckel and Julian Arnold.
Deckel Bar.
Deckel Bar and Julian Arnold. And our 2 women are Vivian David and Vivian Glossman.
Okay, the 2 Vivs. I like that.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Bay Area Breakers.
All right. We have a team duper of 24.86. Our 2 women are Leia and Edda.
Leia Jansen. Edda Wright.
Bingo. And then our 2 men are Connor Garnett and Rafa Hewitt.
Next, the Brooklyn Aces, 24.91 team duper.
That's not bad.
Starting off with Miss Canada herself,
Catherine Paranto and Andrea Coop.
Okay.
And then the 2 men are, in this case, man and boy. And I'm just kidding. Yeah. The 2 men are Hayden Patrick Quinn and Tyler Loong. So I'm not actually kidding when I say boy. And personally, I'm close enough friends with him where I can call him a boy because he is a boy. But he plays like a man. Yeah,
Hayden Patrickin, man, I'm telling you, and I think I talked to you about this the other day, but he's definitely came a long way on his pickleball journey.
Oh, 100%.
For sure. Next up is Chicago Slice, and we got the reigning number 1 player, Ben Johns, Jesse Irvin.
And then, the rest of the team is Lacey Schneeman and Eric Lang.
Okay, there you go. 24.87 team duper. It's funny how they put the team duper on there, like maybe it matters or like whatever.
I don't know why they don't just do it in order. Highest team duper to lowest team duper. I don't know, I've literally been scrolling like up and down to find who has the highest team duper. I still haven't found it.
Columbus Pickleball next, 24.84.
You have JW Johnson and Colin Johns, which I think actually that'll be kind of an interesting team. But your women are Megan Shahan Dazan and Maggie Brasha.
That's one of your favorite girls there, huh?
A little bit closer with Mary, but
okay. Maggie.
But Maggie's super sweet.
Got it.
And then you have the DC pickleball team led by none other, my boy, Riley Newman. He picked the Kawamoto sisters, Jade and Jackie, and also
Interesting.
picked Christian Alshon, which I'm not gonna lie, I was a little confused.
Do you think he was a last pick, or do you
He
think
was their last pick? Yeah.
Oh, but what were the other options?
Well,
You know what, Christian Alshon.
AJ was on the board, so I'm surprised he didn't go. They didn't go AJ,
Well,
but
yeah, I mean, for singles, it makes total sense. For
yeah,
doubles and mix, man.
yeah.
We will have to see what the DC does. Going on to Dallas Pickleball. Got James Ignatowicz, Callie Joe Smith,
Kelly, you're damn right.
Elise Jones, and the Frenchman Jay Delivier. How do you say his name? Is it Delivier?
It's Jay DeVilliers.
That's how you say it in the country.
Yeah, it's all right.
Moving on to Miami, the Heat in the Heat team here. Who do we got here? Is that Stacktrud?
That is Federico Staxrud.
Got the Fed.
Tyson McGuffin, the most entertaining man in sports.
T-Mac.
Tyra Hurricane Black.
Interesting.
And
choice. And your favorite.
the Brasha sister that I am closer to, Mary Brasha.
Mary. Shout out to Mary. I still haven't came on the podcast. I thought you were. Right?
Wow.
Orlando Squeeze.
Led by Anna Bright and a new face to kind of pickleball. Her name is Rachel
Sorry, Rachel. We don't
I don't know how to say her last name.
pronounce, but dude, how's her game?
Not bad.
New
I
to the
think
scene.
that was a very high potential pick.
Was she the one that's partners with Anna? No, that was
She was not,
That was Glosman.
Yes, Vivian and her were partners.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
I believe so. But then you have your two men, Mr. Solid Hands himself, Andre Desescu, and Zane Navratil. This was a guy that kind of fell in the draft this time. But I still think Zane is one of the best in the world, and I think he's using that kind of third round pick as motivation.
Yeah,
so,
and I think Zane, when it comes to men's dubs, mixed and singles, I think it's pretty balanced. He's got a good handle on all three.
No
And
question.
Texas Rangers, we got Dylan.
Texas Rangers, that's a baseball team, bro. Texas Ranchers.
Oh, Ranchers. Dylan Frazier. We got Georgia Johnson.
Lauren Stratman and Travis Rettenmeyer. For the first time, Travis Rettenmeyer has not picked himself on his own team.
Wow. Okay. And then lastly, but not least, Utah Black Diamonds. We got Anna Lee Waters. Everyone knows that. Irina Tereshchenko. Thomas Wilson. There we go. And AJ Kohler. As Kaden and I were talking about this, it was really interesting because I'll have there's going to be a front runner here. Like last season, Ben John's team.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. And there's no holes in it. We'll be following this, but I honestly do not see one team where I can bet on the championship. I can't.
Yeah, I don't really see one here.
Yeah.
God, I'm just scrolling up and down on this list, and there's not been one time where I've looked at one and been like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
No, literally, I've scrolled up and down this page probably 6 times, and I still don't know who would win this thing.
It's gonna be really fun, really interesting. We'll stay up to date with that.
Yeah,
and
I think Ben's team's pretty good.
Yeah. You know what? Just for everyone out there listening, first of all, we've been working really hard.
We have.
So if we are looking tired, we're out of energy. It kind of is that. We wanted to bring this podcast to you because we're dedicated and we wanted to give you updates.
We also just kind of miss you guys.
Comment below if you missed us or if you missed Caden. Comment below. Don't leave a negative comment. If you didn't miss them, just maybe.
Okay. Yeah, don't say anything
if you missed Caden, just send do a little smiley face emoji. That'd be nice.
Great. Now the comment section's just gonna be smiley faces.
There we go. I like that. We're just out of sorts here. Okay, we're in Colorado Springs. We both never been here.
Yeah.
We totally skipped our teaching tip.
Oh, wow, we're out of it.
I don't even know where to go here, really, folks. We're gonna end with our teaching tip here.
Sweet.
I know we've never done this before, but there's always time for a first. I just want to thank all of you. Stay tuned. The Briones Pickleball podcast is going to be growing. We're going to be, we're really going to just be doing our best to bring you the best content ever. And if you're a pickleball player, okay, that A, loves pickleball, B, wants to improve their game at all, I mean, if you're comfortable where you're at, you can still watch the show as well.
True.
And if you think that you're just so good that you can improve, you can also just watch the show as well. But if you're a pickleball player and you want to improve your game, this show is for you. You know, that's our goal here. That's our goal just in general at Briones Pickleball. But for the podcast, you know, as you're on your way to work, as you're on your way doing things, give it a listen and stay tuned.
I always like to say, if you're cooking, podcasts are perfect times.
I did not even know where you were going with that. I was like, if you're cooking.
If you're cooking, listen to our podcast.
There you go.
End of story.
Well, we're going to jump into the last segment, which should have been the first, the strategy tip of the day. Instead of going back and forth here, I just want to talk about one topic here. And here's a little backstory on this.
Okay.
Someone said something, I heard a little something on from a little someone. I'm not going to mention names here. Why would a good coach teach a third shot drive when, you should be third shot dropping? Why would they do that? I just thought that was an interesting take there. Now, when we started, actually, well, for sure when I started, Caden, the game was a lot slower. And it was a lot, a lot less aggressive. And there's still a lot of drops today, but the game has changed. What are your thoughts about the third shot drive, why it's important, and what you can tell, some tips or just anything you can give the listeners here?
I think, well, it's funny you said that, like, when you started, the game was a lot slower, because even when I started, which was like 2 years after you, it was still the exact same game. And then as soon as I got into it, like, this game has just evolved in so many different ways. But I would say, personally, when I first started, it was like, hey, you're going to drop pretty much 90% of the time. You can mix in a drive every now and then, but what you want and need to do is try and perfect that drop.
Mm-hmm. True. Facts.
I honestly felt like the drop was like the only shot you really hit. You know what I mean? And
that you should.
Yeah, right. You should hit. Like, the drive was kind of frowned upon. It was like, oh my God, he just hit a drive. Like, what is he doing? Like, that's so stupid. You know?
He's a banger.
Yeah, he's a banger. Oh my God, he must have played tennis or something, But and I didn't. But for me, now realizing the difference between the game that I first started playing compared to now,
that's good.
It's night and day based off of what works and what doesn't. As a pro, we are not giving ourselves a percentage of what we need to drop and what we need to drive. We are testing what works and putting our feet in the water and seeing how it goes, and we're going off of that.
Yeah.
Right? So that doesn't necessarily mean, okay, hey, I'm going to drop. Hey, I'm going to drive. It's, hey, maybe I'm going to drive and let me see what I can get out of it. If they're going to kind of dump a ball a little bit shorter or maybe pop a ball up, okay, now I have something to think about because, well, I saw something that I liked in my drive that made them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If they're handling my drive, I'm going to say, hey, I just hit my ball as hard as I possibly can, and they hit it back harder. Let's maybe drop a little bit more and work our way into a point.
There you go.
But that also doesn't mean everything is going to work every single time.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing I would say is your drop and your drive should always be kind of mixed up, right? At the end of the day, you want to keep your opponents guessing. If you find something that works, hey, maybe try it again. If it doesn't work that time, then maybe we can switch it up. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I like that. Really good stuff, Caden. Really good insights there. You heard it there from a pro that's currently on the tour. Like I said, when I started the game, the drop is what everyone talked about, which in a sense, obviously we coach all the time, Caden, all different levels. The drop is vital. It's super important.
And it's just as effective as it was when we first started doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just as effective, but I think players are handling them way better.
For sure. We definitely have different strategy too in terms of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's different technology now with spin and stuff like that to make it harder on players as they're at the baseline. But what I can tell you is that there's always going to be a place for a drop. But that being said, there's always going to be a place for a good drive. Just as Caden said, I don't want to, say it twice, that you should not be hitting a drop. Number one is going to be when your opponents are back.
Yep.
I see this in a lower level play, even in intermediate play, a lot. Something that I like to say is that, in that if that returner is in that transition zone, I see a lot of players dropping the ball. I think that's the wrong play. I think that you should be driving and putting some pressure if your opponents are not up.
Yep.
For sure. Secondly, when it comes down to it, the drop is super important. But if your drops are not falling in, or they're going too high, and you and your partner maybe have attempted maybe even 2, 3. Some players will live in insanity, attempt several drops in a row.
Yep.
Every time it sides out and it goes too high, it goes to the net. So you never give yourself a chance to score. And maybe your third shot drop is something you need to work on. Go on our channel. We have multiple videos on the drop. But if that's not working, you may have to hit a couple drives to get in that game. So the drive is important there, not just to mix it up like what you said, but to use it as a tactic for yourself.
For sure.
If you need to see a couple balls go over, if you're not confident in your drops at the current time. And lastly, kind of like what Caden said, to mix it up, or in competitive play, and just like you said in the beginning, Caden, we're seeing what works and what doesn't. If your drives are working, then there's really no reason to hit a drop. And that's unfortunately what we see at lower level play, players labeled as bangers and stuff like that. So we definitely have to work on how to handle drives. The reason why true bangers don't exist at the pro level is because, players at the net handle it very well.
It's true.
Those are some of my thoughts there on the drive, Caden. I thought that feedback was really good. If you currently don't have a good third shot drive, I would honestly say to get on that and to start practicing that technique.
Yep.
Most players that I coach and see that don't have an aggressive drive game or don't have confident drives, usually their serves are also not that great as well.
Right.
What I like to say is your serves and your drives, it's really the same exact, it should be the same exact motion. And if you don't have either of those, I think it's something to work on. Any thoughts on that, Caden?
No, I couldn't agree more. I would also keep in mind, lastly, on your drops, you are not aiming for the kitchen. We've mentioned this before, but you are aiming for your opponent's feet, and if you really need to, give yourself some margin, you can go to their knees, all right? But you don't need to hit your drops in the kitchen. For your drives, you are not trying to drive the ball over the net. You need to pick a target. I personally like to, I play against players that are always going to be up at the net. I like to aim for the belly button. I like to aim maybe a little bit above the belly button. All right, but you have to have a target.
Yeah.
Have to have a target. If you're going to miss, you have to miss small. You cannot miss big.
Okay. And yeah, missing big, you're talking about to the net.
Into the net, long, wide.
Yeah. So lastly, I would like to add on that too. That's really good stuff, Caden, on the drive as well. When we talk about, one of the things when I coach, I talk about like priority. Like what are we, I classify things as priority. So for the drive, I always say, it's better that you drive the ball low.
Yep.
Than really like hard and fast, but it's super high. Prioritizing and learning how to drive the ball low, and sometimes you don't even have to hit it super hard. it could just be a nice low drive, and it's very, very effective.
I would rather have a drive that's low and at 40% than a drive that's at 100% at
Chest level.
chest level. Yeah.
Yeah. When you're out there too, practice your drives. We have videos on that as well. Caden, we have a lot of filming to do tonight.
We do.
So we're going to wrap this up. Think about us as we're doing our filming here. Again, for those of you out there, I appreciate it. This is just an update podcast. Hopefully we didn't seem too tired. We're bringing the energy back in season 2.
Oh, for sure.
When we get back to Arizona,
It's going to be hype.
we're both going to get back. We're going to get like 2 or 3 days of sleep. And then we're going to be on it. So we're super excited to continue the podcast. We may bring on several new guests with Caden and I, just to, keep it spicy, keep it interesting, and, expect weekly podcasts from us starting in end of August, especially in September, throughout the rest of the year. Caden, last thoughts here. Anything you want to tell the audience here?
I'll be back. Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah. That was about a 3.1.
Okay, let me try that one more time. Ready?
Duper score of that
Hold on.
impersonation there.
Hold on. I'm Batman. Is that better?
That was probably 5-0.
I am Batman. Where is she? I'm Batman.
Okay. There's Caden. It's good he's a good coach and a great co-host, because
Otherwise, I'd probably be fired.
he'd probably not have that kind of job. But again,
I love you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for following us. Subscribe, hit that notification bell on YouTube. Also, lastly, go on our website, brionespickleball.com. If you all want weekly tips sent to your inbox, and you want to hear my thoughts, Caden's thoughts, and videos sent to you for your learning and education, go to our website and join our newsletter there.
Yeah,
That's
we have
it.
a lot of thoughts.
That's all I got, folks. So,
All right, everybody.
peace out.
See you in the next one.
See ya.